up, bro? Meet me at the spot. Got me. T-Reed. Yeah. Look. Go to the bone, bro. Kind of shit. Hey, look. It's time to take off. Dreaming about living good. Climbing up out the hood. Devil got me finessing, but money got me to do it. Reason trying to get to it. Never faking the flash. Up late smoking and watching. Ain't no curfew in the project. They'll hurt you in the project. So I got mine out the mud. Dope game ain't show no love, but I got mine with the bud. With the money came the problem. Disrespecting my cuz. Devil working me so bad, I was second guessing my blood. But it's no harm and it's no foul. Gotta get back on the prowl. Got my wee man on the dial. Told him I need me some loud. Now rebagging the pound. Lucifer dragging me down. Talking about reason, don't forsake me. You too deep for bagging up now. Bag up at Drax and hit the town. Keep passing it round. Keep your foot on niggas' crowns. Keep bagging them down. Keep acting the clowns. You who they target to be. Yeah, you got lost in the streets. The devil keep talking to me. I got my foot on niggas' necks, so quit bothering me. And I don't bark, I'm all fight like you taught me to be. Don't need you walking with me. Struggle and strive on my own. Devil keep talking that shit. I wish he just leave me alone. The niggas locked down, still on the grind. I've been dining with demons since the beginning of time. Lions said I was fine, I was stretching the truth. The devil had me hog tied and had my neck in a noose. He got me.
It was caught out for a moment, and Evans straddled it off the line. Brett Evans overlapping and not getting the out-to-door.
What the fuck these niggas doing? It's 0-0, they ain't doing the road I'm kicking about. Tighten up. Some man done that.
Away. Tim Howard's not happy.
What up, bro?
Defending. Maybe he thought the ball was right.
Y'all handle this shit now?
It's difficult to defend with the defenders going back.
What's up, man? Get to it, man. I got a little time schedule going on.
Got me. The devil got me. He got me. The devil got me. He got me. The devil got me. He got me. The devil got me. The lion said I was fine. I was stretching the truth. The devil had me hog tied on my neck and
plenty pain, plenty pain. Say we've been through it all. It's hard to talk to my big dog. He locked behind them walls. Put them shoes on his little boy. Sent some cash to his little boy. Put some money on his books. Get a fiend to cut his yard. Tell his brother every day how strong he gotta be. Tell him keep his ass in school and he ain't gotta do the street. When my uncle hit the beat, he gon' be by 43. I don't know if I'm gon' make it, bitch. I'm living like a G. Say a prayer for my little wall. He just jumped off the post. Say he gotta go to court. He don't know how it's gon' go. Rest in peace to Lil CG. Rest in peace to Mac P. Wee. What it, boy, you know we mission. They finally cut Lil Josh free. Say your money on the way. They gave me see another day. Say Lil Soldier got locked up. I hope he make it home by May. Know y'all heard about BJ. Yeah, Smith put him away. Tell him free Lil KYT. You keep your head up, you'll be straight.
From the heart of the streets, the niggas locked down, still on the grind. I've been dining with demons since the beginning of time. Lions said I was fine, I was stretching the truth. The devil had me hog tied and had my neck in a noose. He got me. The devil got me. 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 Lions said I was fine, I was stretching the truth. The devil had me hog tied and had my neck in a noose. Man, see, life is crazy. I be coolin', but don't run up. Be riding out with the devil, just me and him till the sun up. Itching to pull a gun up. Penitentiary chance, hurting it dead crack. I was skipping out on advance. Devil telling me fuck 'em. All these niggas is pansies. You the realest. Devil had me fucked up in his trance.
If you take a chance, then you can get grand, but don't you be playing, cause this ain't a game. Swear on my man and all of my fam, before I get jammed, I give up the game.
Yeah, but look, money come, and it's gonna go just like it got here. Devil got me on freeze. I'm trying to get us up out here. Police riding, I'm out here. On the slick, I be with this shit. Cause easy money, get my dick harder than a ripper teeth. Cause I got money, but I got bills, and I got stress, and I got money to handle that. But the devil give me no rest. Mama tell me stay prayed up. Kinfolk said weigh it up, but fuck that, I'm late. Me and the devil finna go head up.
Hello. What's up with you, bro?
What's good?
We handle a little business, bro.
That's what I like to hear. All right. What we gonna do here? God damn! That's rough. You going in there and get that nigga? You don't have to. Right.
right here in an hour or so. The parking lot gonna be lit or something. You know, everybody gonna start coming out. You feel me? I'm in Old National Discount Mall parking lot. You see me? You see it? You see it? This shit real time, man. Ain't no flex, man. You feel me? I'm out here. I know they watching me. I'm here though. I'm out here. You feel me? I ain't playing, man. I'm out here, bro. You heard me? So yeah, man, this what's going on out this motherfucker, man. We out here looking at the moon. You know, they got chemtrails right there by the moon. You feel me? Y'all can see the moon in the background right here on the side of me right here. Y'all can see the moon. If y'all can't, this here though. I can see it with my visual eyes. You heard me? Shit real time, man. Shit real time out here, man. We doing real time shit, man. We doing real time experiments, man. Cause they think we ain't smarter than we ain't smart. I see the brother vegan. Shout out to the brother, cause I'm trying to journey that path. I would like to be a vegan warrior. I would like to do a vegan warrior challenge and let you put together a regimen for the brothers, bro. Cause you've been doing this thing for 10 some years, you say. But then I seen you drop the video. If you do get a whiff of this, cause I hope that you will follow me, knowing that I follow you, and we be building with each other. You feel what I'm saying? Anybody that I follow, I hope that they will follow me at least and take the effort to look at my content, knowing that I will look at yours and listen to yours. You heard what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah, if you get a whiff of this vegan warrior, you know, we ain't dumb as you think we are, bro. I seen you say something about flat earthers think that we smart and that, but we really crazy because we don't know the difference between reality and what's fake. You don't know the difference what's reality and fake because you go off of what they told. If you know all these damn spirits and you smarter than the average bear, bro, look into what we trying to look into, or you wouldn't be on the panels with us, bro, if we so stupid. You feel me? But you find your ass up on that panel every chance you get. You feel what I'm saying? Cause you know it's truth to this shit, bro. It's truth to it. If not, it's deception to they shit. It's truth to they deception. If it ain't no truth to the flat earth, it's truth to they deception. You heard what I said? Word is bomb. You feel me? It's your boy Huey P, man. I just had to do that little real quick synopsis because I was just looking at the sun again, the sun and the moon. The sun done rose, and the moon is now at the same spot. Y'all see this, man? Hold on. I gotta do it one more time, man, before I get out of here, man. Y'all think I'm playing, man. We ain't playing with y'all, bro. I ain't playing with y'all. Playing with y'all today, man. I ain't playing. We not playing no more with the world. I'm not playing with this earth, with Kai. You heard me? I am a cosmic elder. I am a cosmic elder in the flesh, resonating in the flesh.
The sun does not even fully rose above the horizon. Look how much lower it is compared to the moon. If y'all anywhere else in the world and got a moon out at nighttime, post it next to this video. Called 2018 is our year. And we true seekers, flat earthers, are taking over the world. I'm in Clarksville, Tennessee, USA. The time is 6:50 a.m. Central Time, USA. You see the sun, then you see the moon. Now, if the sun and the moon are out at the same time, this moon should be full.
if we were taught was correct that the sunlight is shines on the moon, that the moon reflects the sunlight. I mean, but it's not. It's a half moon. Look, no, it's not even a half moon. It's a it's like a gibbous or something. But look at that. Can you see the sun moving? Look at the sun moving. Can you see it? See, I just put a post about not even 10 minutes ago that I'm able to see things in the physical, natural, and spiritual world that a lot of people can't see. My eyes didn't open mentally, they also opened physically. Because the bullshit science of the globe was keeping my eyes blinded. Just like the other night when I filmed that storm. It's like the other night when I filmed that storm and I held my phone in front of the street lamp during the storm. The rain was contained within the street lamp. The rain that was in front of the light, it didn't hit the ground. It was just circling. It was contained in the street lamp. That's the law of conservation of energy. See it. Can y'all see it? Look. Look how the rain is contained. You see this rain right here in the light? It's not hitting the ground, it's contained. It's contained by the energy of light, the conservation of the light. Ooh, this is beautiful. That's energy. Yes.
Can't possibly be real is that NASA employees are US government employees, and that would require that there's a wall that has anything to do with the US government. So, can't be. The US government, as we can see, absolutely allergic to walls of any kind, and therefore it can't politically. I mean, even if we say somehow it's physically possible, politically it's impossible for the US government to have anything to do with a wall to guard any borders whatsoever. There are no Western governments that have anything to do, well, no, I shouldn't say that. I guess maybe Poland, Hungary, a couple of other places. But no Western governments, Western European, North American governments would have anything to do with any kind of wall. Just on the off chance that Central Americans might go to the wrong wall, climb over, escape off into space, and be unable to illegally vote for Democrats. So that can't possibly be the case. And of course, if anyone proposed building such an ice wall, the Democrats would simply say, or the leftists would say, well, people would just tunnel under it or bring a 155-foot ladder. So, politically speaking, it is constitutionally impossible, it seems, for Western governments to build walls of any kind, to maintain walls of any kind, so that can't possibly be occurring. Oh, man, it's tough. Okay, it's kind of tough when I have these thoughts on the fly, but I'm going to be honest with the flow of my thoughts as we go through this. So the thought just struck me. Maybe I should just retract that. Maybe I should edit that out. Okay, let me just make the case, and I'll see if it's worth staying in. So I'm saying that the U.S. government wouldn't have anything to do with building any kind of perimeter wall or border wall. That's actually not true, because recently Trump signed a $1.3 trillion omnibus spending bill that had lots and lots of money for border walls in the Middle East. So maybe the U.S. government and NASA would sort of fund and man it if it was told to them that the wall had nothing to do with the southern border of the United States.
Hey, it's Celebrate Truth. I'm Robbie Davidson. We've got a good one for you today. It's IFL Science. We've got a new survey that they've just been reporting on that just came out, talking about 66% of young adults in America accept that the Earth is round, according to a new survey. That's right, 66%. What does that mean? There's a lot of people starting to doubt the shape of the Earth. What? How could that be? This is 2018. Tell you one thing, we're having a major impact with this survey. Let's read on. The Flat Earth movement clearly isn't going away anytime soon. Although we'd argue that it's not going to suddenly become a mainstream belief, it is concerning how discussed it is, and admittedly, the coverage of it, from a scientifically whimsical to the ridiculous, probably isn't helping by giving such beliefs a platform. Still, it's a phenomenon worth looking into, and YouGov survey has done just that. The results are unsettling, and hopefully the work of a certain demographic not taking the questions particularly seriously. So, per annum, are more likely to accept the correct shape of Earth, 92, than those earning 40 to
So y'all didn't hear any of it? I'm talking my chat up a little bit. Give me a second, y'all. There we go. Now, what about, so y'all couldn't hear any of it? The video audio was playing. Okay, cool. You just went quiet. We thought you good now. Oh, okay, cool. Empress Ululu, ¿qué pasa, mami? What it do? All right, so what we're trying to do is find this right here. Oops. Let me play it, see if I can get the link.
87 or under 40,079. So again, they're running down these numbers. They're obviously trying to show that people that are earning more are more, likely to accept the $80,000 per annum are more likely to accept the correct shape of Earth, 92, than those earning 40 to 80,000, 87 or under 40,079. So again, they're running down these numbers. They're obviously trying to show that people that are earning more are more, likely to accept the correct shape of the Earth, as they put it. Basically getting into the whole idea of going through the educational system the longest. Most people that are earning these type of annual salaries have gone through university level. They've been indoctrinated into all the stuff that scientism has given them from their professors, and it starts from obviously education from an early age, spinning the globe. But as we move up, they start talking, getting into biology and getting into all these different sciences. They start teaching, this is where you come from, kids. You've evolved from apes and slime, and this is kind of what's going on. So as people that are moving away or into the workforce earlier, they're not susceptible to so much heavily indoctrination in the advanced stages when you get into the levels of education after junior and high school and these types of things. So I just find it interesting just throwing this out, but it's crazy that these numbers are showing what they are. Now, they go so far at the end of the article. Let's keep reading here. They talk about most flat earthers are religious. This is another thing they've come up with. Here's YouGov tweeted out. There's always been conspiracy theories and believers that the Earth is not a globe but a flat disk. Whether or not is due to science or religious beliefs, 2% of Americans say the Earth is flat. So understand 2% based on their study is showing that people are saying that Earth is flat. If you understand a percentage like that, it might not sound like a lot, but that is a tremendous amount. I mean, if they were to do these surveys 10 years ago, it would probably be a fraction of a percent. The fact that 2% of Americans, based on doing a survey based on the populace of the U.S., compile those numbers at around almost 10,000 people, it's interesting because again, that's a heavy number. When you consider a population, say of a city of 1 million, even at 1%, you're dealing 10,000. So you're dealing with 20,000 people in a city of 1 million. So if you start amplifying that, and just multiplying that with different cities, you can kind of see what these numbers are. Now, I'd imagine there's a lot of people, and this was obviously an anonymous survey, that they're out there right now, they're watching these videos, they're not vocal, they're worried about coming out and talking about this due to ridicule and all these things. But these are the things that we really need to kind of keep pushing and enforcing with people, is that there are a lot of people waking up to this deception. An incredible amount of people. In a very short time, this many people starting to question the shape of the Earth. And a lot of people laugh this off and think it's funny, and we all did. We all thought this was crazy when we first heard it. There's very few people that didn't. And I'm not going to say everyone, but again, for me, I laughed at it. I thought this was ridiculous when I first heard about it. And again, most of us come to that understanding. So we should be a little understanding when people are coming to us laughing at us and thinking this is the craziest thing they've heard, because we thought the same thing. But what it's showing is there is a tremendous amount of people starting to look into this, and flat Earth is winning, and truly God is waking up a tremendous amount of people. And why this is important is because it screams creator. Now, while the survey talked about religious, and they said most flat earthers are religious, which is interesting because there's a lot of people, and I know a lot of people that even follow my channel would definitely not consider themselves self-religious. And I don't even consider myself religious. I always talk about the fact that it's all about relationship, not about religion. That's entirely what God wants. He desires a relationship, not this man-made structured religion. But again, that's a whole other video for another time. But what I'm saying is, and I've said this many times, is there are no atheists on a flat earth. Understand that anybody that comes to this, when they start looking at it and understanding it, however their model is, when they understand the fact that we're not moving, that everything was created for us, that we're the center stage, there is a creator, there is no room for atheism. So I have yet to find anyone that can actually bring together and compile a serious discussion on how they can bring an enclosed worldview, or even not enclosed, but just a flat stationary world with no creation. You know, it would just happen by accident through what, a flat earth Big Bang? I mean, it doesn't even exist. So the fact is that people really realize that, okay, we've been lied to. They've been trying to hide God from us. And again, there's a lot of people that hold to different belief systems around that. They're not quite sure yet, and they're searching. Fine. But my point is, coming from a completely scientific...
So, can y'all see this? Let's see. Wait, so you believe that the earth is flat? Let me see. How do you spell the word believe? B-E, lie, V-E. So, if I believe the earth was flat, they would be calling it a lie. But I know it's the truth, so I don't believe the earth is flat. I know the earth is flat. Do you understand what I just said? So anyways, let's get back into what I was doing. Great question though. Great question. Let's see. Just 67% of just 66% of young adults in America accept that the earth is round, according to new survey. This about as old blatant as you gonna get, ain't it? Anyways, let me zoom in some. There we go. The flat earth movement clearly isn't going away anytime soon. Although we'd argue that it's not going to suddenly become a mainstream belief. You sure about that? It is concerning how discussed it is, and immediately the coverage of it, from the scientifically whimsical to the ridiculous, probably isn't helping by giving such beliefs a platform. There they go with the word beliefs. Just cause you all still believe or have the belief that you live on the globe does not mean that we believe we live on the flat earth. Okay? You had to be taught to light to have that belief. We're truth seekers. We're learning and teaching the truth. Anyways, still, it's a phenomenon worth looking into, and a YouGov survey has done just that. The results are unsettling, and hopefully the work of a certain demographic not taking questions particularly seriously. Surveying a yada 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 way to be representative of the entire U.S. population. This suggests that 84% have always believed the earth is round. Among 18 to 24-year-olds. However, this percentage falls to 66% through continually rises through various age groups to reach a peak of 94% for 55 and above. This is big, fam. This is huge. Let me read some of the chat real quick. Good MC brand. Your voice, your views. That's what I'm talking about, you brand. I'm talking about. And I don't want to be a troll. Anything about arguing with you. Not so MC Brad, have you ever like really heard of this topic and really questioned in detail? Let me know, because of many calculations and photos. I mean, once you get into this topic, it gets deep. At first it seems, unbelievable nonsense and stuff at first. But when you get really get to thinking into it and don't turn strictly directly to the textbooks for your answers or whatever. Not saying that all of them in there are lies or wrong answers, but I'm just saying. And you actually start applying your senses to the physical and natural world yourself, you'll realize flat earth is the truth. You'll see a whole new rim just appear right before your eyes. I mean, going through it, well, I'm speaking from experience, brother. But yeah, man, it's a wonderful thing. It has its ups and downs, right? An app telescope, which I see all other planets and the shadow of the Earth at a lunar eclipse. Actually, after watching several observable videos of lunar eclipses and stuff, I believe it's a darker body that causes those, because I've seen several videos where a lunar eclipse and the sun was up in the sky at the same time. That's impossible on the globe. Yeah, that's impossible on the globe, yeah. You see, did you see the moon all together? Let me see, yep. Also, you should maybe call in and share your calculations. That's a good idea, MC Brett. That's a good idea. What Empress Ulu just said. That's a great idea. Let us help understand. Empress Lulu. Oh, my homie Dojo is live. How many people? Y'all want to do a raid real quick? Let's do a raid over on Dojo Times. Hold on, I finna post y'all the link. Give me a second. Just give me a second, fam. I got 8 watching. Yeah, he gonna love this. Let's see.
Don G. What's up, family?
What up, Dojo?
We're about to go in today. I've been off of here for a minute, man. All good purposes. I spy NASA live. You know what it is. We in here. Let's go ahead and get myself pumped up. Like to do something like this.
I'm live as well.
Dojo time. We're gonna go in today, family. We're gonna go straight in Bedford. Thanks for showing up.
I'm finna show you. I'm finna post
the
the
martial arts of information. And now I see that five people up in here. I'm just gonna go straight in.
Let's go ahead and give those times
transgenesis, transgenic, GMO, and the depth of GMO modification. What is really being modified?
I'm bringing my chat to you. Bringing my chat to you. I'm bringing my chat to you, fam. What I'm talking about. This what's up.
1 second, family. Gotta grab my lighter.
What I'm talking about, man. Hey, you want to double? Hey, you know what? We can double stream. Dojo. Hold on, I'm gonna bring it over so y'all can see.
What's up, big brother? We're about to go in today. Got a couple surprises up my sleeve. All right. Start all the clicking and clacking. Trying to learn this stuff. Here we go.
I told him I could help him.
How's everybody doing today?
I'm supposed to help you.
What's up, my man? It's just new in the house. Love the turnout. Now, big brother Jamaican, we in here. Y'all ready to go in today? We're gonna go in today. Before I get started, I'd like to make a couple of announcements. I've been discharged. I'm a cardiologist. Your boy Hart on deck. That means, yeah. I can get crazy. I'm just playing. I'm not gonna get crazy. I'm gonna stay cool with it. We're gonna talk about transgenesis today. And transgenesis is a concept that I'm gonna try to break down as easy as possible. Stay with me, family. Transgenesis is genetically modified genes. A lot of us know what genes are, but we don't understand the part of the modification, what they call material. So genetically modified genes that is transferable from one organism to another organism. What that means transgenesis is able to be contracted amongst organisms. An organism is just a living being, independent. Okay. So transgene is a fact that applies to everyone. Here's how. Okay. Transgenetics is a process carried out to make medicine for humans. It's artificially designed genetic material. But this genetic material is capable of hijacking DNA in order to enter the organism. Organism meaning human life. So when I say organism, just think yourself, myself, and everybody else. That's human life. Okay? An organism is basically anything that can live independently. Live on its own. With the will of God, nurture, nature, all of it on its own. Genetic material is modified to speed up genome types in animals, growth rate. You know how they overclocking the chickens, to feed mass hunger. So they say. Crazy they say that, right? All of this is happening with genetic material. All of this is modified. See, what genotype is, that's your ingredient. That's yourself. That's your internal self. So when they say phenotype, that means appearance. Your traits. Your external
you, what we can see the traits, okay? So genotype is simple. Gene, no type.
That's the internal you. Applications of genetic engineering. Transgenic organisms that contain DNA from other species family. Transgenic bacteria, you know your boy loves this topic. Transgenic bacteria is produced by animals to give human insulin. Do you know anybody who's diabetic? If you know anybody who's diabetic that receive insulin is actually genetically modified animal, GMA. Transgenic bacteria, which is also GMB, genetically modified bacteria. You heard correct, family. They're in labs genetically modifying not only bacteria and not only animals, but they do so to make medicine. So the pharmaceutical companies know all about this. Produce human insulin for diabetic patients, human growth hormone, which is a steroid, clotting factor. You know, this is some crazy information. In order to conduct truth without fallacy, it takes proper research. So far, we know GMO is genetically material. So this genetic material, you know about the term genetic. Let's talk about and question the material. Okay? Artificial material capable of being compatible with plants, which is GMO, animals, which is GMA, and humans, which is GMB. Here's how. The word endo means inside. That it starts internally. The word exo is outside. It develops externally. Okay? So when you hear the word endogenous, that's internal gene formation. Exogenous, external gene formation. This is advanced research. So exo, endo. I'm giving you how they get us sick. How they're actually assisting Satan with this with this embodiment. Also, artificial materialization of gene formation is how so. So GMO is information. This GMO information is just out of this world. Something that you probably never even heard before. Transgenesis. Transgenesis is a method of creating transgenic birds as well. How do you think we get so many eggs in the market? We need eggs for yeast. We need eggs to cook. No, it's just mad crazy. Family, it's mad crazy. So we understand the GMB, which is the bacterial material that synthesizes the insulin. Okay? So when they make insulin for diabetic patients, they actually modify the bacteria in labs, similar to the stuff I've been talking about. Now I'm just finding all the evidence. And then they administer it to a GMA, a genetically modified animal. So we have modified bacteria that they're using to modify animals and that they use to modify it for pharmaceutical industries to give us medicine. Wow. Yeah. And it gets real deep like that. It's just crazy. Some of us would like to say that our DNA is who we really are. But I just want to say who we really are is just, you're a child of God. You're spirit. You're just soul. That's it. The only thing we can lean on is that. That's the only truth that's out there. When they say RBC, red blood cells, white blood cells, and GMO, we have to remind ourselves, family, that red blood cells don't have DNA. Red blood cells don't have a nuclei. Well, it has a nuclei, but there's no information inside. There's no DNA information in the red blood cell, family. So the only DNA information they get when someone says they want to take blood work, just for ancestral purposes or whatnot, they would
swab, maybe a swab.
But I'm
speaking of blood.
They take
DNA information from white blood cells.
And
in some cases, it's platelet cells.
So now that we know that our genetics is white blood cells and not red blood cells, it makes a very big difference to know that. Makes a very big difference to know that. The reason why
I say it's a very big thing
is because
scientists have discovered what they call DNA walkers.
Okay?
So DNA walkers,
they're nanomachines
capable of moving along the surface of DNA.
That's why the
chicken
looks like
it does in 2005. And I can imagine what it looks like in modern times today.
But
DNA walkers
are nanomachines
capable of moving along the surface of your genetic information, which is found in your white blood cells.
It's scary.
A DNA walker basically builds a train track
up and down
your white blood cells.
And it's the
crazy thing about it, family, that this DNA walker,
it's actually
it's automated. It knows how to set itself. It
builds the track
up and down your genetic information,
and then
it starts
like a train.
Once the track is built, it starts traveling up and down on the track by itself. Autonomous. It's called autonomous DNA. Autonomous DNA is not only nanotech, but it's self-governed. And it's conscious of itself, family.
The reason why this
information sounds so crazy, because it's all true.
This is who we are
to America.
This nation is guinea
pig in all of us.
The nation of the United States is not. They don't love
their people.
They don't
love us.
And they can't
say that they do.
I mean,
they convince us that
we need a
proper education in order to get out and be achievers in life.
But yet they neglect their education
system to where teachers are getting paid like $1,200 a month in Oklahoma.
That's a fact. And that's not even
talking about California, and I dare to mention other states.
So this
nation neglects
its education system. But yet it convinces society.
Look at that. Between 1957, 1978, and 2005.
To get a
proper education in order to be an achiever.
Yet, in all
in all,
it has this welfare
system set in place because they already know that they duped you with the education system.
So with the welfare system
in place, now it makes you dependable.
So
how can you sustain
a household,
a family, or even being independent
when the
traps are already set in place before you're here, even before you get out in the open?
Even before we get out
in the open. This information I'm bringing to you.
I disagree.
This is
actually pharmaceutical warfare.
It's actually
pharmaceutical warfare. How many people know that
no one knows how long the universe has lasted? Are they going by its theories and false calculations?
That's just strange. It's too strange. The image you were looking
at here
is
any number that shows up on the left side of the decimal. That's the number they always go by instead of looking through it again. What you want, Tiny Cat?
Stuff is real thick.
You want to play?
I'm not doing this
to shock and argue. I'm just doing this
to let y'all know that
this is the martial arts of information.
And
this nation is
it's just a melting
pot. There's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to hide.
Seek God.
That's the only answer. That's the way. That's dojo. That's the way.
Extra chromosomal DNA is found on
the outside of the nucleus cell. They call it extra chromosomal because they don't want to say it's ancestral DNA.
We all have ancestral DNA.
Yep.
All come from primordial life, not primordial soup. I am not the one to entertain you. There's other truthers who are more entertaining. This is dojo time. This is the martial arts.
Okay, I'm finna get back to my own show now.
These are the things that's going to make you sound in mind. See, it's easier in life to tackle truth the sooner you know it. When you neglect truth, life is hard to tackle. It's just that simple. Shout out to everybody who showed up today. I want to give a special shout out to a good friend of mine. We've been talking in the back end. Extended an invitation to him.
So come through when you're done.
Of this pyramid presentation that your boy Dojo have been putting together.
He goes by the name of Space
Cowboy Flat Earth.
What's up? What's up?
2 page.
I'll drop it in the
description below after the podcast.
Yeah, he goes in.
He's into the microbiology. He's into the pyramid. He's into
pretty much 85.
What's good?
Things that I'm into.
Now.
Real cool guy. Real cool
guy.
And to all my
growers out
there, that none of their supporters know anything about fish.
You already know what that
They
is.
claim it's wrong.
It's already in the description.
I'm gonna do is just shuffle.
Oh really?
Once the growers
oh really? Okay.
The live streams for that.
Love you, Dojo.
Video.
All right. So no engineers. I'm glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that. Be careful what you ask, bro.
Several theories
That's what he's saying.
concrete things settled within scientific knowledge. It is difficult. And when you
Matter of fact, let me start from the beginning. Let me start from the beginning so you can get these scientists, engineers, and surveyors first and last names. They've been in the science field for 20 plus years. Clickbait if you can't handle the truth. No.
what sustains humanity are these pillars of knowledge that you have. So when you break one of such pillars, you dismantle a base that is considered to be true scientific, where all knowledge of the earth is based on that information. You break that paradigm, and it's really going to be a total unbalance for the people. I'm ready to be convinced that what I know is not worth more.
Wood Deer and the researchers from Docket and the Cigarettes Technological Center evaluated all possibilities for the realization of the scientific experiments in order to find proofs that determine the real shape of the Earth.
We did dozens of experiments. We will only present 7, as it was enough to determine the real shape of the planet. We use the methodology of LRO science because the results are much more precise.
Oh, let me tell you the definitions of science. Who is that? Artist power, Jude power. The science that you like to, the science that you are so fond of, it does not go by the definition, which is science. Now, the intellectual and practical activity encompassing the systematic study of the physical and natural world through observation and experiment. Their visuals never match their audio. I'm gonna let you ponder on that for a second. I'm gonna let you ponder on that for a second. Cause I make my visuals match my audio. What's the definition of science?
Science, the intellectual and practical activity encompassing the systematic study of the structure and behavior of the physical and natural world through observation and experiment.
Continue.
Most of our research was done in the waters because it makes up 70% of the planet's surface.
The first chosen experiment was to determine the curvature of the horizon at water level.
Let's record one of the main tests on the sphericity of the Earth. And this test, with respect to the masses of the ships, the distance that it is away from the coast, precisely to know if there is sphericity, if there is angulation of the Earth. The lower the humidity in the air, the further we can see. And the higher the humidity, the more distortions occur in our view. So the places to be chosen to do the tests have to be of very low humidity. The tests will prove that if the Earth is spherical, the waters will follow the curvature.
The first site chosen to start the experiment was Lagoa dos Patos in Rio Grande do Sul.
Now, since I provided some engineers and surveyors and scientists for you, I want you who probably don't have, lucky if you have a BA or a minor's degree in astronomy or whatever, I want you to tell me how these 20+ year scientists from all around the world are wrong.
We are in Lagoa dos Patos, and there is a team. They are mounting a telescope with a great capacity of visualization, and must follow the two boats that we will see in sequence. This image should also be registered by the cameras that are installed on the edge of the beach. We start from now on this new phase of research intended to travel a distance of about 40 kilometers over the lagoon, trying to show people there is a strait in this lagoon. That is, there is a flatness. And this is an objective today. One of the objectives that we will try to show this flatness of the waters that puts in question the issue of the curvature of the globe. And the function of the ground crew is trying to perceive this displacement, to map and to generate a visual image of it.
The researchers mounted a Newtonian telescope specially designed for the experiment, with a high-definition camera attached to its eyepiece to register the entire process. The teams used high-tech positioning equipment to ensure the accuracy of the results. This same experiment was carried out in other places. One of them was in the Strait of Gibraltar in France.
We are here in the south of France, a seaside town called Baga. We set out together with French researchers, coordinators of an association called Project Energy Action here in France, trying to prove the veracity of the seemingly absurd theory I had the opportunity to participate in the phase of the tests that were held in Europe. It would be the filming of a boat, as far as possible from the coast. We find it very interesting chance to be able to touch on a controversial subject, and to be part of these experiences, to demonstrate something that science does not accept today. It would be filmed through a telescope. We also use the camera attached to its lens, so we can film the experiment effectively.
This experiment was also carried out in Brazil at the Três Marias Dam in Minas Gerais. And another team carried out the same experiment on the beach of Santos, on the coast of Sao Paulo.
There we divided the teams into two. One stayed on the shore and the other went on a boat out at sea.
We brought a Newtonian telescope. We were also using a telescope. We are recording you here. We're zooming in on you.
Another telescope experiment was realized at Lake Titicaca in Peru.
We are here on Amantani Island, on Lake Titicaca in Peru. We'll take target this point to the Cordillera Blanca, which is the border with Peru and Bolivia. It is exactly 110 kilometers from here. If the Earth was spherical, we will not be able to see.
At this distance, the curvature of the Earth would have a height of 237 meters, the equivalent of a building of 79 floors.
The cameras won't be able to get it, nor will we see at all with the naked eye. We will not see the other side, but with telescopes we do. One of the best points you can have in the world to really register the Earth's sphericity is on this location.
Would the team be able to see the other shore of the lake through the telescope? Back in the experiment with the boats, the researchers observed that after some time following the boats with the naked eye, they began to disappear on the horizon. First, the hull. Soon after, the boat was no longer visible. And finally, the mast goes down until it disappears completely, as the spherical Earth theory explains. When the boats reached a certain distance, it was no longer possible to see them with the naked eye. So does this mean that the Earth is really spherical? Another experiment was carried out using radio waves. Teams were separated at a distance of 14 kilometers on opposite sides of the lagoon.
So, back to what I was saying. The thought that just two birds of young adults in America accept the fact that the planet is an oblate spheroid is deeply concerning. But wait, there's more. 5% of the U.S. adults have always thought the world was round. Only 5%. But have become more skeptical as of late. This number rises. This number rises to 9% among 18 to 24-year-olds. So that's a good thing, family, because 18 to 24-year-olds, they're recently, they recently been out of school, not too long. So their mind is still fresh, and can learn and develop and still learn, or learn and still develop. Because their minds are basically, if you will, are still pure. Hold on, let me finish doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna sit there. We're gonna go in on this a little bit. But like it or not, people, 2018 is y'all year. Y'all can ridicule, y'all can, make fun and all this or whatever. But while y'all sitting there laughing at us, people at NASA and everywhere else are laughing at you for all the money they're allowed to take from us. They're laughing at you for you defending them, knowing they're teaching you bullshit. You ain't teaching us nothing that we ain't learned, look through, research, or know ourselves by with our own common sense. I had already destroyed the globe with all the laws of conservation. If you go back and watch all my shows, it was a 5-series show, a 5-part series. I mean, we ain't already put, but it's way beyond the shape for me. I'm way past proving what the shape is. And when you meet experienced flat earthers as myself, you'll realize it's not about the shape. It's about the message. And you people got to live with that. Right. I didn't understand that statement either, John. In contrast, 2% of all those surveyed have always believed the world is flat. Really? So 9%. Look at this though. 9% is 18 to 24-year-olds, and 2% of that 9 always believe the Earth is flat. So the ones that always believe the world is flat, they're the ones that didn't let the education system fail them. I mean, yeah. I said they didn't fail the education system, I should say. 7% of the total answered other not sure Rogers, and 16% in the 18 to 24-year-old. Generally speaking, the older someone in the U.S. government Hold on. Generally speaking, the older someone in the U.S. someone is, the less likely they are to have any flat earth beliefs. In this sense, then, the trend is the opposite for the acceptance of the theory of evolution. Haha! Y'all get that? In this sense, the trend is the opposite of the acceptance of the theory of evolution in its most basic form. Meaning that we were taught about evolution, the globe, and all this shit at a young age through these years and before then, right? But now they're saying it's the opposite. Now they say that people are waking up at a young age. That's big. That is huge. With older people less likely to accept the life that has evolved over time. Other curiosities pop in the YouGov survey. Slightly fewer Democrats, 83%, have always believed the world was round compared to the Republicans, 89, or Independents, 88. Slightly more men have always believed the world is round, 86 compared to women, 83. People earning 80 stacks a year, or 80, which is 80,000 per annum, are more likely to accept the correct shape of the earth. Haha! Willing to accept the correct shape of the earth. Like I said, it's not about the shape. Than those earning 40 to 80,000 a year, or under 40,000 a year. No part of the U.S., Northwest, South, etc., has more dyed-in-the-wool flat earthers than any other. It's 2% throughout. They say most flat earthers are religious. I say it's 50-50. One thing for sure, they're not all angels. What up, LPV? Hey, but let's not call names though, FPV. Yeah, because they really haven't, deal with a lot of insults. So let's not insult them or whatever. We're trying to let them see a different perspective. We're not trying to run them away. Because the way they're coming in is exactly how every last one of us were before we started looking through the physical world with a new set of eyes. If he can't see beyond the bullshit, past NASA and all those science magazines and TV programming and video game programming that got his mind blocked between knowing what reality and programming is, then, or reality and fantasy or whatever, then that's on him. Most flat earthers are religious. Do you consider yourself to be very religious, not religious, somewhat not religious at all? Let's see. Okay. So I might take this. I'm gonna take the shirt. Sell it out. I'm gonna take the survey myself. Not very. Somewhat religious. Interesting. there have always been conspiracy theories and believers that the Earth is not a globe but a flat disk. Whether or not it's due to science or religion, 2% of Americans resolutely say the Earth is flat. 2% is a big number. Divide that by however many billions living here in America. That's a pretty big. Huge number. Most flat earthers, perhaps less surprisingly, are very religious. I'm not. A recent study found links between the types of cognitive biases and various viewpoints. Religious conservatives were found to consistently display a low faith in science and an unwillingness to support science in general, although flat earthers' specific beliefs weren't analyzed. So you see that? You say they saying that we don't have no faith in science, that basically we're science deniers, but yet other sciences, that's why I say specific, other sciences are ignored or whatever. The science that prove that we love science, or to prove that, you know, everything that everything that we do go by the scientific method isn't looked at, but it's cool though. It is not clear at present why 24-year-olds are more likely than others to doubt the shape of the planet. It is possible that the current political climate. See, that's cool. Because it started with all the buzz. Then it finally went down. It actually probably started with others older than us, than me. You know, 50, 60-year-old, then, you know. And then it kept passing down generation, finally made it to us. Now it's passing down to the 18 to 24-year-old generation, which is good. Because from there, by them learning so young, they be able to pass it down to the generation right behind them. We're waking up. It's not going to happen overnight, but in other words, come next year, these numbers might double for us. It is possible that the current political climate of post-truth, along with the misuse of social media, or the misuse, yes, are fueling the fires, but this is uncomfortable juxtaposed with the fact that the millennials, a loosely defined group of young adults that often mistaken includes teenagers, are better educated than the last 3 generations of America. Bitch! What? Now, that's for all y'all questions, if we're uneducated or not. Fuck you mean? Let's see. I believe that was the end of the topic. I believe that was the end of the article. Yeah, it sure was.